Welcome back to Sun Crypto Daily Update. In today's video, we're going to talk about our daily routine update about the most popular alt right in the market. So we're going to start with XRP. As you can see on the screen, we got a clear inverted head and shoulder we've been talking about recently, and then I'm expecting XRP at least to retest this neckline very shortly. We got a nice run up the last 12 hours right from XRP. Price move up like versus a dollar. Price went up like almost 10 to 12%, right? So but versus BTC, XRP is kind of like lagging behind. When you take a look at this area right here, we're getting a nice rejection because of this crossover we're going to be experiencing the next couple of days, right? So it's gonna, that's versus BTC, so it's not a big deal, right? Because if BTC goes up, XRP most likely going to be lagging behind. So but if BTC remain like a sideways, most likely XRP gonna take off versus a dollar. So at the same time, when you take a look at this MACD, the RSI, we getting a big divergence versus price and RSI. The RSI is moving up and then price is moving down still, right? So when you go back and take a look at this area right here, this area of the price action, we're getting a small like divergence right between RSI and then the price, right? So the next coin we're gonna take a look at it is we're gonna take a look at Nano. When you take a look at Nano is pretty much like Nano and XRP. Both of them are basically similar. If you know like how to swing trade them, you can like make a lot of profit, right? Because they both have like a similar structure, right? So when you take a look at Nano, making a nice divergence, right? You got right around this area, price is moving up, price is moving sideways, and then RSI is moving up. So you can take a look at this area right here. Price is basically remaining flat, just like Tron did right a couple months ago before it takes off, right? So that's what I'm expecting, at least from Nano. You take a look at this area of the RSI, still looking nice, right? So you can see right here, RSI is moving up and then the price is moving down, right? So if we go back to the price action of Nano, I'm expecting Nano to make a slight run up to this area of this upper boundary right there, come back, maybe come back down slowly before price run up to the upside, right? And then retest this area of 0.0, like almost like 5,000 sats, right? I think like 50,000 sats, right? So that's what I'm expecting, at least for Nano. So at the same time, when you take a look at Nano, also right around this area of August, right? You go back to this area of August right here. This area of August, right? The second week of August, right? Nano had a nice run up, right? And then the following weeks, XRP had a nice run up, like let's say September, right? The first week of September. So they pretty much the same. They have the same type of structure, right? And then the next coin we're gonna take a look at is Tron. When you take a look at Tron is looking great, right? We got this nice bottom formation, a possible cup and handle, right? So when you take a look at this area right here, you could be getting a nice cup and handle, right? Like that. Price still could be moving up like that, right? So maybe take off or maybe come back down, retest this area, right? But for the short term, at least, right, I was expecting Tron to come back, retest this area of 0.618. So but that's not the case. So let's take a look at it. This area of 0.618, I was expecting Tron to come back, retest this area of support, right? But we're just gonna have to wait and see, because when you go back and take a look at this, let's add this 382 and then 50. When you go back, we got a nice support right around 382, right? You go back to this area right here, we got a nice support, right? So maybe like Tron not gonna come back, retest this area of 0.618, right? So but at least for the short term, you can see Tron making this made this nice bottom formation, the same type of bottom formation Nano is attempting to make, right? Most likely it's going to break out and then go up like let's say Tron went up 200% versus BTC, right? So we could expect Nano to at least like run up like a 75 to 80% versus BTC. But with Tron, we're just gonna remain very vigilant. We got double support right around this area of 382 and also this area of the 50%, right? This area of 50 EMA, right? So let's take a look at it right here. This area of 50 EMA supporting the price. Even if like price drop we could get like this area of the this 100 EMA probably going to support the price, right? So Tron is looking great, right? So it's just, you just have to watch the price do the work, right? So the next coin we're going to take a look at is XLM. XLM is looking great. As you can see, it's pretty bearish versus BTC, but when you go back to the dollar value, you can see like you can see that XLM is pretty bullish, right? So but XLM is going to be making this type of formation. That's what I'm attempting. That's what I'm anticipating from XLM, and maybe XLM going to attempt to make this type of formation, just like Tron and Nano, right? So that's what I'm anticipating from XLM, but it's not for sure. Maybe we're going to make this formation right around this area and then take off, not even like making like a triple or double bottom, right? So that's very possible. So this is versus BTC, but at least for the short term, you can anticipate XLM attempting to retest this area of 50 EMA, if not even like break this 50 EMA and then retest this area of 100 EMA, right? That's very possible. When you take a look at the RSI is looking great the last 12 to 24 hours. You see the RSI is pretty much like vertical, so you can expect the next 12 to 18 hours at least price to come back and then retest this area, right? So let's take a look at it. Maybe RSI gonna make this type of move, right? We're gonna get this divergence, and when you go back to the price action, let's take a look at the price. Maybe price gonna be let's see the price, right? Price gonna remain flat basically, right? Just like that, right? And then the RSI gonna be moving up, right? So that's what I'm expecting at least from Tron. If not, we could expect like a big run up if that's not the case, right? So just remain very careful with XLM, not Tron, right? So the next one we're going to take a look at is ADA. ADA is basically having like the same type of formation as Litecoin, right? So I've been talking about the last few days about this inverted head and shoulder, and if we let's say we get a breakout, we're most likely going to retest this area of 1700, right? That's what I'm expecting at least ADA to retest, right? This area of 1700 sats, right? So which is roughly, let's take a look at it, a 30% breakout after we retest this neckline. So either you're gonna buy from this area. This is not a financial advice, right? So but either you can buy from this area and then wait till we get to this area of neckline to take some profit, and then wait for the price to drop back, and then you add back to your position, right? So that's very possible. But if that's too difficult for you, just like wait for the price to retest this area of 1700 sats, right? So that's what I'm expecting from ADA. I don't have much to say about ADA. It's pretty bullish, nice setup. You just have to remain silent, let the price do the work for you, right? So that's what I'm trying to say basically. So the next coin we're going to take a look at is Litecoin. When you take a look at Litecoin has a nice setup, right? We got a double move, right? A double formation, not a double move, but a multiple move at the same time, right? We got this inverted head and shoulder. I've been talking about it the last few days also. Let's take a look at it very quick. We got this, that, right? We clearly broke this inverted head and shoulder, right? So I'm expecting like Litecoin to come back, retest it, but most likely it's not going to be the case, right? Because Litecoin is very bullish at this time, but we just have to remain careful about Litecoin, right? So it's bullish. I'm expecting like some more upward from Litecoin on the dollar value. I'm expecting Litecoin to go to 57. I've been calling for $57 Litecoin like since like mid December, right? So when you take a look at this inverted head and shoulder, we already like broke this out and then made a 1-to-1 extension, right? Almost. And then the next formation I wanted to focus on from a Litecoin is that this 5-wave structure to the upside. We completed wave number 1, and then I'm anticipating another 5-wave structure to the upside, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can go back and watch my previous video. I said like Litecoin most likely going to make a wave number 5 and then come back somewhere around this area, right? It's going to be hard to say. We're just going to have to wait and see which one of these lines going to support the price, either the 50 EMA or the 100 EMA, right? So which one of these going to be supporting the price? So we're just gonna have to wait and see, right? But Litecoin is pretty much bullish overall. You can wait for the price to retest at least this area of the 1-to-1 extension right here, because this 1-to-1 extension wasn't completed, right? So let's take a look at it. Wasn't fully completed. This wave number 5 wasn't fully wave number 3 is not completed yet, so we're expecting like wave number 5 right around this area. Let's take a look at it right here, this area, right, to complete wave number 5 before we come back down to this wave number 4, right? So that's about it for Litecoin. Let's take a look at the RSI. When you go to the RSI, we completely overbought, and then we could be coming down right around this area of like neutral, right, somewhere around here before we make a divergence like that, and then price gonna keep moving up. So that's what I'm expecting, at least from Litecoin, because price could be, we can make this wave number 3 right here, and then price gonna be coming down right here, like, because the RSI is moving down, so price gonna keep moving up, and then afterward we're gonna make a get a support right around this area before we make the initial wave number 5, and then come back down somewhere around here. So Litecoin is making a very nice structure, right? So just like ADA, right? So the next coin we're going to talk about is Ethereum. When you take a look at Ethereum has a very nice bullish and easy and clean chart. Not too much work to do. So you don't need to do any work. You just have to watch the price do the work, right? So we got this this big divergence right here, right? Pretty much clear, right? When you take a look at this area right here, we got a nice divergence between the price and the RSI. So you go back, take a look at the RSI during that time period. RSI is basically telling you it's time to it's time to go up, right? So, and then you take a look at the price still like moving down, right? So all these divergence like paid off right around this area, right? So, and then we made this wave number 1 right here too, and then I'm expecting like the C wave to the upside, a 1-to-1 extension, pretty much easy, right? So let's take a look at it, right? So basically a 1-to-1 extension. It could go higher, but it could go like to 1.4 to 1.618, but but it is easier just to target 1-to-1 extension and take some profit. And then at the same time we got this area of right here of resistance. Most likely we're gonna face some hard time, right? Once we get to this area, right, you take a look at it, this area of resistance, most likely we're gonna have some tough time breaking this area, right, and that area above it. So it's pretty much clear, right? Ethereum, you don't have much to do. You just have to watch the price, right, and then take some profit, right? So the next coin we're going to take a look at is Neo. When you take a look at Neo, I'm expecting a lot from Neo. It's not moving as high as I'm expecting. At least I would like to see Neo like start trading above this 100 EMA and get to this safer zone, right? I was thinking like, first of all, it's kind of dangerous to be trading right around this area of 100 EMA, but the rest of the market is basically above. Like Litecoin is way above this 100 EMA, right? Ethereum same thing, and then but I'm expecting at least Neo to kind of like move to the upside, and then get to a safer zone. And then the RSI is not oversold, overbought, right? And then I'm not expecting like RSI to get to this area of oversold anytime soon, right? At least the next 2 to 3 weeks we're not gonna get to this area. Maybe we're gonna be trading sideways on this neutrality area right here, right, before we make another move to the upside. So no type of divergences between RSI, MACD, and the price action, right? So price is pretty much flat when you take a look at it right here. Remove this. We got a flat top the last 5 days, right? So price is not doing anything. So and then when you take a look at the RSI right around here, price is basically not doing much, right? So the RSI is not doing much. Most likely the RSI can come back and retest this top, right? So maybe this is gonna give us some type of run up, right, to the upside, right? So that's what I'm expecting, at least from Neo for the short term, right? So basically Neo is pretty much bullish, at least for the short term. On the dollar value, Neo is right around like $9. So my ultimate target from Neo, at least the next 2 weeks, is like Neo to hit like a let's say 11.5 to 12.5, right, the next 3 to 5 days, right? So because you got to think about Neo is 1/4 of Litecoin, right, during this bear market, and then even like at all-time high when Neo was like somewhere around like $200. Litecoin was like like 360, and then Neo like just dropped back, right, because the ratio was too low at that time. So I'm expecting like the Neo to get like to as close as possible to Litecoin and hit 12.5, 11.5, right? So if you like the content, let me know what you think down below the comment section, and then make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and then let me know what you think down below. Thank you for watching.